My mom was never married.
Right.
My dad was.
Okay.
My mom was the side piece.
Okay. So
Got
your dad was.
pregnant.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And my dad's wife found out. And
how'd you lose the baby?
he, so basically, he beat me.
So I'm gonna ask, right? Because something about that story sounds
Yeah.
a little bit off. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, because leaving the oven on doesn't normally lead to a fire.
Yeah, well, the thing about it was he did, like, he was making edibles.
Some people, they're like you. They get their housing voucher, they move on with life, everything's good. Some people, it seems like they just can't. And they say that, oh, they only help out women with children, or they only help out men. But you don't have kids, and you're not a man.
Oh, and
how are you able to get this housing voucher?
Okay, so actually, it's super, super easy. So,
what's up, YouTube? Make sure that you click the notification bell. We're going to be going live in 2024, doing live interviews, and I want to make sure you catch it in the moment. So make sure you tap that notification bell. Now back to the content.
What's up, YouTube? Atlanta Street Interviews out here with another one. So we got a young lady with us today. How you doing today, miss?
I'm good.
All right, all right. So are you homeless?
Yes.
Okay, and so how old are you?
I'm 20.
20?
Yes.
Okay, and so how long have you been homeless?
7 months now.
7 months. And
Yeah.
so what was it that happened 7 months ago that caused you to become homeless?
Well, my apartment unfortunately burned down.
Okay.
And I am looking for housing in Georgia, so I can get another apartment and I can get my life started off like it was.
Okay.
And
Where was this apartment that burned down?
It was over in Winder.
Okay, Winder, Georgia?
Yeah, Winder, Georgia.
Okay. How was there anything that, did you do anything to make it burn down?
No, so basically, I lived with my ex, and I went to the store, and he fell asleep with the oven on, and it caused a fire. I came back with a whole bunch of fire department and ambulances at the building, and because my building burned down, not only my apartment, but my neighbors also burned down, and the person above us burned down. So he went to jail. I just left him. I kind of did my own thing.
How old was he?
He was 21.
21.
Yeah.
So you guys were both young.
Yeah, we were both pretty young. But we had our lives straight.
So I'm gonna ask, right? Because something about that story sounds a little bit off. Okay. Yeah. I mean, because leaving the oven on doesn't normally lead to a fire.
Yeah. Well, the thing about it was he did, like, he was making edibles.
Okay. Okay. So that's what was going on.
And he wasn't watching it.
Okay.
And when put certain stuff like oils in an oven, and the oven's really old,
right,
and it like sparks.
Okay, gotcha.
It tends to kind of
okay,
boom.
so that sounds a little more okay,
yeah,
a little more
and it was like
out.
a boom. It was a big boom. It was like the oven door like flew off. And
wow.
Yeah, it was a boom. So
okay,
but I think like everything's fine. Like I'm with a person that I care about right now.
we see with a guy right here.
Yeah,
so we're gonna get into all that. So
together.
Okay. So that happened in Winder. Why did you come here to Atlanta?
So I came here to Atlanta because when I was homeless, I looked up on my phone like places I could go to. So I went to my sister's house, and unfortunately they kicked me out because they found out I was working. And I went to Salvation Army, and then I started working there, but the environment that I was around was very stressful. So I just
What was stressful about it?
Well, inside Salvation Army, you share the place with 50 women.
Right.
Like, all in one room.
Mm-hmm.
And my bunkmate was very loud, was very obnoxious. She would drop things onto my bed, and I would ask her respectfully, hey, can we not eat in the room? It's not allowed. I don't want your stuff falling on my bed and me getting in trouble for it. And she didn't like that, so we got into an argument, and that argument led to her and me fighting. So I got kicked out.
Did she get kicked out?
Yeah.
Okay, both of y'all got kicked out?
She put her hands on me, but they don't
consider
Right,
either
yeah.
way, right? Is both
Either way
people
is
get kicked out.
still wrong.
How long were you there before you had to get?
I was
before you
there
had
for
to
like
leave?
a good month or two.
A month or two.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any kids?
No.
No. Okay. Have you ever been married?
No.
No. All right. So let's just start from the beginning. So, where you from?
I am from Virginia.
You from Virginia?
Yes.
Virginia is for lovers. I love it. What part of VA?
So I'm from Fairfax County.
Okay.
Yeah, I was born there, and at 3 I left.
And so where'd you move at 3?
I'm here, Georgia.
Okay.
And I kind of stayed here my whole life. And
So you're pretty much raised here.
Yeah.
But it
pretty
sounds
much.
like in what we call the country, you know what I'm saying?
Oh
So-
yeah. So,
Okay.
But then I went back to Virginia with my birth mom because I'm adopted. And
So what age were you adopted from?
So that's a very complicated story. My birth mom technically handed me over to my adopted mom at the age of 3 weeks old.
Okay.
So I was just an infant.
Right.
And I got very, very, very sick
Okay.
with a virus. I think it was meningitis. And the person that was taking care of me couldn't take me to the hospital.
Hold on real quick. Let me do this real quick.
So
Okay.
basically, I couldn't be taken to the hospital by the person that I was being taken care of.
Because she technically,
She's not my
right.
You can't take another kid.
She didn't have the official paperwork on you and
Yeah.
stuff.
So the person that was taking care of me called my birth mom, was like, "Hey, your daughter is very, very sick. She will not stop crying. She's screaming. Her vocal cords are breaking.
Right.
It's bad." She said she would meet her at the hospital. The person that was watching me was at the hospital for about 3 hours, waiting for my mom, and she never showed. So the person that was watching me is now my adoptive mother. She is a foster parent, and she's the sweetest person. It's like she's just the sweetest person. She's just an old sweet person.
Does she live? And she lives in Georgia.
She lives in Georgia.
Okay.
My mom lost all rights to me because they found out she was a drug user.
Okay.
And when I came out, I had 0.5% cocaine inside my system.
Okay. So she was doing crack more than likely. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was a heroin.
Is your mom black or white?
White.
Okay. And so your biological dad was black?
Yes.
Okay.
He was black. and
What
Puerto
about
Rican.
him? What's the story with him?
So, my mom was never married.
Right.
My dad was.
Okay.
My mom was the side piece.
Okay. So
Got
your dad was.
pregnant.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And my dad's wife found out and was like, "You can't talk to her anymore." So I came along. My mom lost custody. My dad's tried to step up, so-called everyone said.
Right.
But really, he signed over all his rights away because his stepwife didn't want me in the picture because I'm not their blood. When I was my dad's blood, she just didn't want me because I wasn't her blood. So he signed all his rights over.
What age did you come to realize all this? That's the story.
To be honest,
and when it happened.
I'm going to be 100% honest. My adoptive mother never kept secrets, but when my dad died, which was when I was 17, they finally told me that he did not care. So that hurt because I was asking about him my whole life, and they were all like, "Oh yeah, he's a nice guy. He's a really nice guy. He was a good. Your mom and him were happy." Yeah. Well, they didn't tell me that my mom was
a crackhead
a crackhead whore,
right?
And got pregnant with me. I have 2 other siblings that are in my predicament, but not homeless.
Right.
They're basically living with my birth mom, but I have 7 siblings altogether, including me.
Wow. Okay. And so the ones that are living with your birth mom right now, like, do you ever think like, well, why couldn't I live with you if they could live with you?
The thing about it is she offered for me to live with her.
But at that point, I guess she was comfortable or whatever. Well, you tell me.
At that point, it's
How old were you when she offered?
18.
Oh, okay. So you was.
I was gonna go. I really was.
Okay.
But she, when you feel uncomfortable in a place because you feel like you don't know them, although they're your birth mom.
Yeah, it's just essentially a stranger.
It's a stranger. And that stranger slash birth mom was very she criticized me a lot. She like always, her way of parenting was beating me down.
Right.
To toughen me up, but I already have thick skin.
Right.
So I just really just walk away and ignore her. But she's like, you need to get a job, you need to do this, you need to do that. And I'm like, I'm on the streets. If I were able to get a job, I would. I have a whole bunch of interviews coming up right now. And about for this first day.
So
all the way
let's
from-
diagnose some of this stuff, because the
Okay.
reason why you're on the streets is because you're dealing with some boyfriend that was cooking up edibles and fell asleep or whatever it was, but that was your choice.
Oh yeah, that
You
was
chose
my choice.
you chose that.
Yes,
Okay.
I did
So
choose
let's try to
that.
figure out why. So first and foremost,
Oh.
as far as growing up, would you say that you had a fairly normal childhood?
Oh yeah.
Good childhood.
very good childhood.
Everything was rocking and rolling.
Yeah, I lived in the suburbs. Yeah.
Awesome. Did you end up going to high school?
Yes. and then
Graduated?
there it is. I went to high school. I got pregnant at prom. I lost the baby to the guy that burned my house down.
How'd you lose the baby?
He, so basically, he beat me, and I found out that. So let me start from the beginning. I got pregnant on prom. I was 17, and it was. I think it was either. It was January, February, March, April. It was April that I
Okay.
got pregnant.
Now we talking junior or senior year?
I was freshman.
Oh, you was a freshman.
Yes.
Okay.
And
Okay.
He was like junior. So
Okay.
we both went to prom. He asked me to prom.
Right. I get it. I
So
get
I
it.
went to prom with him, and we did, and I conjured up a child, and we split up. And so when we split up for like a month, and we got back to talking, and the baby's like has a little bump. There was a little bump, just
Right.
not a big one, but like
Right,
a
little baby
if you
bump.
push on it, you
Mhm.
can feel it.
Okay.
And he spent the night at my house. I went through his phone, and I found out that he had a whole other baby with another person,
Okay.
and didn't tell me, and acted surprised and acted very like angry that I
Went through his phone.
went through his phone, but
Right.
I didn't really go through his phone. There was a text message of a baby picture that popped up
Right.
on his phone.
So what ended up happening? Because you're trying to give me the long version.
Yeah. So
Tell me what ended up happening.
is it got into this. We started arguing. He was throwing shit. I was throwing shit.
Where was this at? Whose house was this at?
My mom's house.
So and where was your mom at during this
so
argument?
My sister has MS, multiple sclerosis,
Right.
so she was at the hospital. So
Okay,
that's how I was
so
able to sneak him into my house.
okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
So y'all got to arguing,
Yeah,
and what
then
happened?
She was throwing shit, I was throwing shit, and then I was like, just get the fuck out. Get the fuck out of my house. I do not want you here. I do not want your presence here. I don't want you in my life at all. Get out. And so he got his gun and he clocked it back and he put it to my dome right here. And I had a ring where the barrel was from how hard he pushed.
Right.
And all you feel is like you just freeze. It's scary. You freeze and you feel that cold part of the metal part just touching you. And I froze. I wanted to scream. I really did want to scream. I
Right.
wanted
You
to
had a
scream
freeze
my lungs
response,
out.
which is a normal
Yes.
response to stress.
And then he put it down. He said, I should kill you. I said, if you do, you won't be killing one, you'll be killing two. Get out of my house. And so I called 911. We split up. And then my dumbass decided
To go back.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
But in between that,
Uh-huh.
because of the stress that he put me under, and
Right.
I had a bruise on my arm and
Right.
on my legs from him kicking me and punching me, I was under a lot of stress. So I remember walking him out, like, get the fuck out, and I locked the door and I walked back. And in the morning, I woke up in just a puddle of blood.
Wow.
Just a huge puddle of blood. Like, it was just, like, I felt like I thought I was stabbed or something. Like, that much blood was just in my bed. And I had to throw my bed away and get a new one. And, because blood is hard to get out of a white.
Yeah. That
mattress
stain ain't
and
coming out.
sheets.
So that's how that happened.
Yeah, and it was very depressing. It was.
What
hard.
age were you at
I was
this point?
17.
Well, but you say you was a freshman? That doesn't make any sense.
So I kind of I failed 8th grade
Okay.
a couple times.
Oh, so you failed it 2 times. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
So
it's fine. You know, I still got my life into 9th grade. I dropped out because I got pregnant, and then I went into a night school.
Right.
And then I became homeless. So I had to stop going to night school. So now I'm just going
Well,
online.
okay, so let's not skip this part.
What's hard?
So you went to night school.
Yeah.
How did you become homeless? You were still living with your mom, your adopted mom.
So basically, me and my mom got into an argument, and I was like, no, I'm not doing it. Plus, by that time, I was 18. So I was like, you know what, I'm just going to go on my own.
So you're just feeling, I get it. And so at this
Yeah.
point, you're just kind of rebellious, right?
Yeah, but
And-
I get it. I got on my own. I got my apartment.
I get it.
my
I get
job.
it. You did your thing,
And then I
but
went
you
back
made
to
bad choices.
my
I was about to
ex,
say.
yeah,
And so
which was on me.
I'm gonna ask, right? When you
Yes.
were younger, did any type of like sexual assault or anything like that
Yes.
ever happen? What age were you when that happened?
So, when I was young, I was told I was a very beautiful child.
Mhm.
My eyes are just like unique to some people, and my hair is unique. And like as a kid, I was told by a lot of older men that I was a very pretty child,
Right.
like 8 years old.
Okay.
Excuse me. But basically, when I was in middle school, I was in 7th grade. There was a 8th grader boy that had a crush on me, but I wasn't focused on anything because I was failing. So I'm that type of child that likes to make my mom happy,
Right.
but she doesn't kind of see how like I'm trying to do all this to make her happy.
Right.
And so basically, I was walking home because I missed the bus, and he was like, let me walk you home. I said, oh, okay. At least I won't walk home alone. You know, I wasn't thinking that I had a child,
Right.
and I wasn't thinking he was going to do anything. So we were walking, and then there was this street on Winder where you turn, it's like Auburn and Winder, like they're, you know how like they connect?
Okay.
So we were walking into Auburn because I wanted to stop at this gas station real quick because I wanted to get me Arizona tea. And I got me an Arizona tea, and then we're walking back, and then there's this like old church like on Winder Road.
Right.
And he kind of was like, wait, I see something. And I was like, oh, okay, I want to go see. So I followed him with the peace tea, the Arizona tea
Mm-hmm.
can. And he like grabbed my wrist to like where there was a bruise, like a bruise from his thumbprint on my wrist.
Right.
And I couldn't twist it off. Like I tried doing the martial arts like twist
Yeah, a
to
little,
get it out to unlock his grip on me. It was not working. So then I grabbed my 2 fingers. I tried pushing down on his vein right here, and it was not working. This 8th grader was like, he was one of like the athletes. Like
He was strong, right?
He was a wrestler actually.
Okay.
So he picked me up, and he sexually assaulted me because somebody actually, a homeless person from Winder,
Mm-hmm.
came, and I was screaming help, and he actually was able to stop it.
Wow. Did he like? So he was like trying to like take your clothes off and stuff like that.
I had a yellow t-shirt on, and I had blue jeans, and he ripped it right down the middle.
Ooh.
And I had a rip in my jeans, like from the back, from where he tried to enter from. My
So I mean, and I'm imagining at that point in your life, you was probably a little bit smaller as well.
Oh yeah,
So-
I was always a short kid. I was very short, and I was very like feisty at the same time. So I was hitting back, but a man. In
Yeah,
a
it's
time,
different. It's
Yeah,
different.
it's different.
It's
He's
different.
overpowering, and that's something I just never liked. When somebody tried to overpower me.
And real quick, I don't mean to interject.
No, you're good.
Okay, so as far as it goes, that happened when you was in 7th grade.
And then it happened again.
It happened again?
Yeah, well, not by the same person.
Well, when did it happen again? How old were you then?
I was 19, and this was.
What happened?
So I wasn't here when I was 19. I was 20 when I came to Atlanta.
Okay.
And 19, I still lived in Winder, and I was talking to this guy from high school that finally got in contact with me. And to be honest, I smoke weed. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
So he was like, I'm gonna, he was my plug. So he was like, okay, I'm copping right now. I'm gonna come bring it to you. I was like, all right. I had $50 in my hands. I was ready to give it to him. He said, come in the car. I said, okay. Meanwhile, I copped from him a lot.
Right.
So I never thought anything he would do.
Funny what happened, right?
So I sat in the car, and the first thing that I noticed was, it was one of those cars that has like the pull parts.
Okay.
Where you pull it to unlock it and
Right.
push it.
Yeah.
The
Old
front
school.
seat was gone.
The little
So
thing to
I
unlock
couldn't
it.
open
Right.
So I was like, yo, what's this? What's this all about? He's like, nothing, here's your shit, you wanna smoke? So we smoked. And he started acting weird, like, cause I hang out with him a lot. And he was on something. He was really on something else. Like, he was acting real strange. I don't know what it was. It could have been like crack or something. I don't know, or meth.
So what ended up happening?
I was like, okay, well, I gotta go. Could you let me out? He's like, no, I want you to come with me. I'm like, no. My window was cracked.
Mm-hmm.
So what I did was, he tried to pull off, and I was like, wait. And I reached over and I grabbed, and I untook the keys and I threw them out the window. So he couldn't move the car.
Right.
Because we were inside the parking area of my apartment.
Right.
And there were kids that I would feed. Like, I would have like food that I get from what are those food depot things that like they give you food. And I had a whole bunch of shit that I just give away to kids. And so they would come and check on me every once in a while. They'd be like, hey, yo, what's up? You got any more of those gummies? And so kids were outside. And so when I tried to like pull the window down, like I tried to like pull it down,
like force it down. I get it.
He like grabbed me. I was wearing shorts and a tank top because I just wanted to smoke and go to bed.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. You was in some comfortable,
Yes.
House type stuff or whatever.
And so basically, he grabbed me, he got on top of me, and he repeatedly. But
Repeatedly?
yes, twice. Until the part that I was in Winder, the cops run around.
So wait, this happened in your house?
No.
This happened in his car?
In his car.
Okay.
They're in the parking lot. The cops come around like every once in a while because Winder was like the part of Winder I was living
Right, a little
in,
bit hood. I get it.
A little bit hood. Like people would still get shot. The cop he knocked on the window and he was like, "Are you okay, ma'am?" I'm like, "No, I'm not okay. Can you get me out of the car?" I'm shaking. They take me to the hospital. They arrest him. There's a whole court thing that happened. I remember sitting at the stand and he was there. He was in the handcuffs in the suit and he just stared at me. Like, just stared at me. Like, he's like, you better not say the wrong fucking thing. Like, or he'll kill me. So that's also why I kind of packed up my shit and came to Atlanta.
So you didn't testify?
No, I didn't.
Oh, so you did, but you're scared that he was gonna do something. So you got the hell out of Dodge, basically.
Yeah, I basically got the hell out of Winder because for my safety, and my family actually got out of Winder too. So for their safety. So
I'm trying to figure out. You say so, man. That's crazy. You say he did it repeatedly. So like when he was done, he just didn't get up and like did he just sit there? Like what?
So the first thing was. When he was done, like he just kind of fell asleep. Like he just like fell asleep. Like fell asleep. Like he just fell asleep. Like so like I'm trying to like crawl over him. Like I'm not trying to wake him up.
I get it.
So like I'm just panicking. Like I can't open his door. I can't open my door. I'm like, how the fuck does this nigga get
How
out
long
of
was
this
he
car?
asleep?
I don't know. He was asleep for about 10 minutes before the cops came. So So I'm in this car shaking.
Well, no. I'm trying to figure. Okay. So that's no worries.
No.
But
no, you're good.
well, yeah. All right. Well, I mean, I don't want to. It's okay.
No, you're good.
So that happened, and I want to go back though to that first incident because that happened in 7th grade, and you said that you failed 8th grade twice.
Oh yeah.
Do you think that incident had a role in, those future results?
Honestly, yeah.
So what are we doing at this point to try to get ourselves out of this position?
My housing voucher just went through.
Congrats.
So I am gonna be off the streets in about 3 weeks.
Okay,
hopefully.
okay.
But I will always come to this park because.
So I've got a question. Right? So I've seen a lot of people come and go on this channel, right?
Mm-hmm.
Some people, they're like you. They get their housing voucher, they move on with life, everything's good. Some people, it seems like they just can't. And they say that, oh, they only help out women with children, or they only help out men, but you don't have kids and you're not a man.
Oh, and
how are you able to get this housing voucher?
Okay, so actually, it's super, super easy. So 10th place, that place right there is the best place to go to. What happened was they do a little like
psychological evaluation.
Basically. And if you have like schizophrenia or PTSD or anxiety, like severe anxiety or depression, that is basically that's basically a disability.
Okay.
So therefore I got disability for depression, bipolar, and PTSD from all the trauma that I've been through in the past. So I got disability from that, and I got food stamps. So basically what happened was I turned it all in. I brought my ID, I brought everything, I brought all the stuff that I needed, and they're like, okay, we're gonna send you to this place called Hope Atlanta.
Right, they sent you to Hope Atlanta?
Yes, but it's over by MARTA.
Right
here at 5 Points.
Yeah.
So I went there. I'm waiting for this place for about 2 months. They finally came back to me literally 2 days ago talking about your apartment will be ready in 3 weeks. I'm gonna need you in 4 days to come and look at apartments and trying to choose one.
Yeah, pick one, right?
That fits you.
That's what's up.
And so I'm like, okay, tomorrow I'm gonna go do that. I'm excited.
Yeah, that's so lit.
You
and your dude, yeah, this is your guy right here. So, was your other guy, was he black as well?
Yes.
Okay.
But like, when you're in toxic relationships and you have like a good guy like him that like honestly just loves you and comforts you, it's weird.
Well, if it's something that you're not used to,
I love that. I do.
I'll tell you what.
He gives me so much attention, and I don't even ask for it, and I love it.
Well, make sure you don't blow it, all right?
I won't.
All right, well, listen, on that note, if anybody out there, by the way, we really appreciate you taking the time answering all of our questions.
Oh, no problem.
If anybody out there wanted to reach out, help, or donate, you have a way they could do that? Do you have social media, Cash App, anything like that?
Yeah.
What you got?
I got social media.
Okay, what's your IG, Facebook?
IG.
Okay, what's your IG?
It's mango_kiwi_02.
Okay, mango_kiwi_02.
Yes.
What about Cash App?
No, I don't do Cash App.
You don't have any Cash App?
Well, I do Apple Pay, and
Does your boyfriend have Cash App?
I think I might have Cash App.
Let's check it out real quick. Here, I'm gonna walk you over here real quick, just so I can keep my eye on this truck.
Oh yeah, it just has to update.
So what's the actual cash tag though?
Just go to fast.
Yep.
Right there.
So let's just put it right here. Hold on. Okay, happy 22939. Okay, we got that.
Thank you.
All right, miss. Well, listen, like I say, we really appreciate you. Definitely wish y'all nothing but the best out here, all right?
All right.
Make sure you have a good one, sweetie.
You too.
All right.
All right.